You know what the going on.
What's going on, my good people? This your boy, Lightbulb the Entertainer, here to bring you some action with Grambling State University. This has been a ride for Grambling. They have been having a very eventful season. They really had one of those seasons that they traveled a lot. And so I definitely enjoyed watching them. I got a chance to check out majority of their battles. They didn't have too many battles, but they had just enough battles for us to grade. They did phenomenal. One thing I like about this band this year is the fact that they brought the intensity. One of the things I pointed out in their season last year was the fact that I wanted them to improving the arrangement department, and that they did. That they did. So this is me grading up the rest of the field shows. We have 6 field shows, so we got a lot to grade. So we got one of them going against Kentucky State, Ohio. They even have one when they went against East Texas A&M at home. There was a UAPB performance, but UAPB did not put their video up, so I could not grade that battle officially. So this is just their performance, Grammar's performance. Um, Alabama A&M's performance. This is like a little gospel show they did in honor of breast cancer. And the last one is Bethune-Cookman. Okay. So we have a lot to grade, So, definitely sit back. If you're an alumni, please consider liking and subscribing and consider being part of the membership program. I grade this band from the 90s on up, especially because I have one of my members and she's from Grambling as well. And I'm an alumni as well, so shout out to your boy. But it's nothing but love, and this is my due diligence to give it a fair, honest grade, okay? So look to the cards next to me so you know we'll be grading. We're grading entrance, songs, formations, dancers, breakdown, overall creativity. Maximum points they can make all they get is 25 with the extra sensitive. They can possibly round it to a possible 30, okay? One thing I would say is that if the band is able to get a perfect 25 without the creative, they will get a perfect field show rating, okay? And they will receive a dub on their name. If they're not able to receive a perfect field show rating from me, they will also be able to carry if they're able to get a 27 on their field show, okay? If they get a 27 on their field show, at least a 27 on their field show, that's a passing grade for me, and they will also receive a dub from me, okay? So they have 2 ways to do it, okay? So anything under 27 is not a passing grade now unless they get a perfect field show rating, okay? So that's just me personally. Now, Grambling State actually has some trophy emojis by their name, so that means that they had a perfect 30 this year. So that means they are a very strong band to watch on the field. So I'm excited to see what they're going to bring. I'm going to shut up. Let's get into the action. We're going to start with the performance with Kentucky State first.
The following performance is rated G. I introduce to you the 2 baddest drum majors to ever touch a football field. From the Lappy Tappy, Lafayette, Louisiana, Evan Mitchell, and a bad boy from Shreveport, Louisiana, Dale Marshall Jr., 2 of the best to ever do it. Prepare. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Since 1926, this prestigious, electrifying, multi-talented band has performed in nearly every major stadium across the world. Africa, Tokyo, Spain, from the U.S. coast to coast to the NBA All-Star Game, BET to stadium seats, the whole to the Super Bowl. They know our name. We are the World Free. And now the World Free will show our skills to a precision drill to backstabbers by the OJs.
like this part could be a little bit cleaner. Like some parts look good, some parts don't look good.
Guess what we Wait a minute! We ain't done yet! Can we turn it up for the G? Gotta go this way! We send it back out that way! Wait a minute! Take it to the floor! Yeah! I need all Clan fam on your feet right now! Get on your feet! GSU on your feet right now! Earth, here we go inside!
Get that a grade. So, not bad performance. One of their first field shows of the season. I could tell is one of their first field shows of the season. But we're gonna get into that in a second. Entrance is a 5, songs is a 5, formations I'm gonna give them a 4, dancers a 5, breakdown I'm gonna give them a 4, creativity I'm gonna give them a 5. They end up getting a 28. Okay. So, reason why I gave them a 4 in formations when they did the little pickup on the when it was going into the follow the leader drill, there was some people who did not pick up right and going off as far as going into the frame. Okay, so they kind of threw out some of it. Some people did it, some people did not. There was also a couple holes in the field, so they kind of hold them back a little bit as well. But majority of the 8 to 5 was there. Now, when we look at the breakdown, they was dancing pretty much majority of the thing, so they had the features. I just felt like it could have been a little bit cleaner. There was some people who were not putting enough energy as well, but they definitely was starting from almost start to finish. So you got to give them that. That's Grambling specialty is the breakdown, dog. They gonna dance. They ass off. That's Grambling, ladies and gentlemen. That's what makes Grambling different from a lot of other bands. They know how to put on a show. So, but they did receive a passing grade from me. They got a 28. So here it goes, fam. Hiya. Real deserved dub. There's another dub on their name. Okay. So we're moving on. If you made it this far in the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Now, this is at Ohio State. Let me explain something to you before we click on the video. This is them going against a PWI. Usually when they go against a PWI, they are very crunched for time. So when they have crunch time performances, they might not be able to do just enough. But we can only see what they can do for themselves. Okay. Shout out to Showtime for getting this footage. Now, they did have a fifth quarter, but I do not do fifth quarters with HBCUs and PWIs. Two different sounds, two different books. I'm not going to do that, and it can be controversial, but I don't see the value of that. Me personally, I can say Phil Show, that's a little different as well. So we're not going to count that as far as a win or loss ratio from them going against each other, but we're not going to do that. We're just grading just a halftime performance, okay? So I did the same thing for Texas Southern when they went against Berkeley College. So you kind of get what I'm getting at. So, but I guess I feel like if they got deep into it, then maybe one day, maybe one day we might do that. I might have might be something for my membership people to decide. If you part of my membership program, that'd be something for them to decide rather. Okay, so you kind of get what I'm getting at. That's the perks of being a member on my channel. So if y'all want to have that advantage and y'all want to see that battle, by all means, become a member. You can have a little bit of strategical advantage over this channel as well. All right, but with that being said, we're gonna see Grambling do this performance at Ohio State. Again, they cut for time, but we can only get what we can get. All right, let's get to it.
The following performance is rated G. I introduce to you the baddest drum major to ever touch a football field from Lafayette, Louisiana. Listen, the best to ever do it. Columbus, Ohio, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Since 1926, this prestigious
Some step off issues here.
Columbus, Ohio, the world famous marching band is celebrating 99 years in existence.
Looks like got some step off issues here. They definitely have the energy this time. Look way cleaner too. Alrighty, let's give it a grade. Yes, Grambling, man. I love y'all, bro. That was beautiful. Alright, look how many people are here, bro. Look how many people are here, bro. My goodness. Oh, dear God. Alright, song selection. Well, entrance is a 5. Songs is a 5. Formations, I'm going to give them a 3. Dancers is a 5. Breakdown is a 5. Creativity is a 5. Okay? They end up getting a 28 again. Okay? Not bad. Not bad at all. I think the only thing that ate their lunch in this field show was the step-off issues. Okay? They had step-off issues going into the initial drill as far as the 8 to 5 is concerned. Okay, so but from them going from place to place to get to the certain parts of the drill, step off issues were the initial point. When it's a line, so that definitely hurt them out. There was some people who kind of lacked a little bit of getting in and getting out, so you could tell that there was some confusion a little bit. Some people kind of forgot the field show. Alright, but besides that, they was kicking ass. So, with that being said, they deserve another dub. They got a 28, which is a passing grace. Here it is. Hi-yow. There's another dub on their name. Shout out to Grambling. There it is. That's 2 in a row. That's 2 in a row. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's what's up. I like to see that type of number right there. Okay? But yeah, that's real nice. That's real nice. For them to be crunched on time, they got a chance to get their message across. And I think some bands struggle when they get that type of attention and they crunch for time. Some bands fumble the bag and it seems to be empty, if that makes sense. So Grambling was able to capitalize on that and give a great field show. Alright? Now this is them going against another PWI, but this is at their home. I don't think their band came to come travel to come to Grambling, but it's just Grambling this one, so we're going to grade this one next. This is East Texas A&M, so let's get to it.
The following performance is rated G. I introduce to you the 2 baddest drum majors to ever touch a football field. From the Lappy Tappy, Lafayette, Louisiana, Evan Mitchell, and that bad boy from Shreveport, Louisiana, Dale Marshall Jr., 2 of the best to ever do it. Clap out. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Since 1926, this prestigious, electrifying, multi-talented band has performed in nearly every major stadium across the world. Africa, Tokyo, Spain, from the U.S. coast to coast to the NBA All-Star Game, BET, to stadium seats, the whole, to the Super Bowl. They know our name. We are the World Fame. We gonna take you back with the world fame. No pain, no gain.
y'all. Let's give it a grade. A perfect 30, ladies and gentlemen. A perfect 30. A perfect 30. No complaints. No complaints at all. No complaints at all. They put on a show on this field. They put on a beautiful show on this field. That's one of those things I say when Grambling on it, Grambling's on it. That's a hard band to beat on the field. Like for real. That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. No complaints. It was entertaining from start to finish. From start to finish. Very, very strong field show from Grambling State University. Alright. Oh yeah, we gotta do one more thing. They did deserve a dub, so here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hiya, there it is, well deserved dub, man. I got so excited I forgot to add the dub. Yeah, so yes, they deserve that dub on their field, man. That's a nice field show. So good job, Grambling State University. Man, that's 3 wins in a row for their field show. 3 wins. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, Grambling. Alrighty. If y'all made it this far in the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It means so much to me. One thing I would like to also encourage, if y'all want to, if y'all don't want to be part of my membership program, like I mentioned earlier, you can also donate to the channel. All you gotta do is just hit that thank you tab below. All tabs and proceeds are going to me for the YouTube Premium. What that will be is so when I do these reactions to these field shows and band battles, no commercials will pop up. Your donations will help me do a lot of things with this channel and make this channel great. So I really appreciate you in the long run if you do decide to do that. So thank you. Alright, so we're moving on to Grambling versus UAPB. UAPB did not record their field show, surprisingly. So I think something horrendous happened on this field, and they tried to cover up and not post it, but you kind of get what I'm getting at. But it is what it is. But Grambling got their field show, so we're going to grade that. So let's get into it.
UAPB, how y'all doing up there? We came a long way to entertain y'all. Can we turn up for UAPB one time? As a wise man once said, the following performance is rated G. I introduce to you the baddest drum majors to ever grace a football field. From Lafayette, Louisiana, Evan Mitchell. And hailing from Shreveport, Louisiana, Dale Marshall Jr. 2 of the best to ever do it. This is the moment you've been waiting for since 1926. The prestigious, electrifying, multi-talented band has performed at nearly every major stadium across the world. Africa, Brazil, Spain, from the U.S. coast to coast to the NBA All-Star Game. BET to stadium seats, the home to the Super Bowl, and all around the world. The football game. We go the World of Fame.
That's a lot of 8 to 5 issues here.
Let me see.
Can we go and pump it up with that? I said, can we pump it up with that? Ooh, let's go! Really like it? Y'all can tell me that just a little bit more. Break it This is the world fight!
All right, let's give it a grade. Not bad at all, Grambling State University. Not bad at all, man. They was kicking some major ass in that field show. They were doing phenomenal on that, man. For real, for real. All right, let's give it a grade. So entrance is a 5, songs is a 5, formations a 4, dancers is a 5, breakdown, your breakdown a 5, creativity is a 5. They got them a 29. Almost a perfect and almost a perfect 30. Okay? Not bad at all. Very, 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 very strong performance from Grambling State University. Very strong from Grambling. Woo! Boy. I sure hate to be the other band going against this band across the field. On the field. We got to go out to that. Ooh, that's hard. That's hard, man. Look, again, some bands struggle trying to get that going, man. But yeah, Grambling did that, man. So yes, good job, Grambling. Good job, Grambling. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. They deserve another dub. Here it is. Hi-yow, hi-yow. There's another dub on the name. That's 4 dubs in a row. 4 dubs in a row. That's not bad, Grambling, man. Look, not that many bands can say that they get that many dubs, bro. Some bands kind of choke on the pressure, but this band here, they have done it 4 times in a row. Woo! Alrighty, so this is them going against Alabama A&M. Fun fact, that was actually at this performance. Okay, so I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I want to relive the moment. But just know that this was a phenomenal field show. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you like the content, please consider liking and subscribing. Let's get into it.
The following performance is rated G. I introduce to you the two baddest drum majors to ever touch a football field from the Laffy Taffy, Lafayette, Louisiana, Evan Mitchell, and that bad boy from Shreveport, Louisiana, Dale Marshall Jr., two of the best to ever do it. Grand Fam, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Since 1926, this prestigious, electrifying, multi-talented band has performed in nearly every major stadium across the world. Africa, Tokyo, Spain, from the U.S. coast to coast to the NBA All-Star Game, BET, to stadium seats, the whole, to the Super Bowl. They know our name. We are the World And now the World Fame will show our skills to a precision drill to highest praise by Joe Pace. The 2025 Breast Cancer Awareness theme is every story is unique and every journey matters.
Very, very clean. Very clean.
Make some noise for the Pink Ribbon. The Pink Ribbon represents hope, community, and support for those affected by the disease.
Y'all hear the bass guitar, y'all? They don't got a pit up there. They got a whole pit down there, bro.
We're gonna bless you. I will bless you. I will bless the Lord. Cancer awareness and our breast cancer survivors. The world pretty much advantage in the direction of Dr. Nicole Roebuck, Associate Assistant Directors, Mr. Michael Hendricks, Dr. Emma Thomas, Dr. Kendall Damon, Mr. Michael Price, Mr. Severus Ross, Mr. Dylan Sam, and my name is Jermaine Caldwell. Natalie Davis, Baby Assistant, Executive Assistant to the Remember, Miss Janice Cowan. For MCB Solo, I'm BJ Bell. Good morning, Grambling.
All right, let's give it a grade, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it a grade. All right. Wasn't that a show? Wasn't that a show? So, entrance is a 5, songs is a 5, formations is a 5, dancers is a 5, breakdown is an exemption because it's a gospel show. Okay, gospel/tribute show, and they got a 5 in creative. Okay, they ended up getting the perfect 30. Beautiful performance. Beautiful performance, bro. Oh my gosh, very beautiful. Beautiful performance. They got a perfect 30, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Not bad at all. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, y'all. Put a dub on your name. Put a dub on your name. Woo! Hallelujah. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Okay, now this particular show will go into just like tier list. I have a special tier list for the gospel shows. So, you know, we got to praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Okay, so that will go into the tier list. They ranked pretty high with that performance. Very, very strong performance. Okay, so with that being said, we're moving on. We were on our last performance with them going against Bethune-Cookman. Now, this was a controversial game outside of the band. They had the football team fighting against their football team. It was very controversial. But besides that, before all that even kicked off, it was just the band. Okay? Now, Bethune-Cookman did not travel, but I would love to see these two go head to head because I know that they would both put on a phenomenal show. So Bethune-Cookman, make it happen. Grambling, travel, make it happen. That's all I'm saying. Let's make that happen. That'll be good to see. Okay? That will be good to see. Okay? So, with that being said, this is our last performance that we'll be grading for Grambling State University, so I'm excited to see what they're going to bring in this one. Okay? Look, man, I'm very impressed with them this season. They literally, since I've been grading this, they have 5 wins in a row. 5 wins. Have not lost. Have not lost. So that's impressive. That's impressive. So with that being said, let's get into the action. Whew, last one, let's get to it.
The following performance is rated G. I introduce to you the 2 baddest troublemakers to ever touch a football field. From that Lafayette, Louisiana, Evan Mitchell, and that bad boy from Shreveport, Louisiana, Dale Marshall Jr., 2 of the best to ever do it. Grandpa, this is the moment we
back in the days of his performance. That's it, it's loud. Step on.
Grambling, it is Senior Day. This is the last time our seniors will perform in the whole. And even though all classes were special to Dr. Roebuck, this class that came in 2022 has a very special place in our heart because they had to deal with the COVID restrictions and all that stuff. So we are going to recognize and honor our seniors from the world fame and also the Marquises. So our band singers, Kendrick Adams.
Just skip them here.
Chandra Warren. Company. And we got one, last but not least, Dale Marshall Jr. And now it's the end of the road for our seniors.
All right, let's get a grade. Man, phenomenal, man. That was a great field show, but I got some minor critiques on it. All right, entrances was a 5, songs was a 5, formations I have to give that a 3, dancers I'm gonna give them a 5, breakdown of a 5, creativity I'm gonna give them a 5. They ended up getting away with a 28, a 28. All right, so. Reason why I took off in the formations is because you had some people were not picking their legs up and it was not making it to the destination that they needed. There was some people also kind of forgot field show as well. You can tell it was an upper. But besides that, I mean, that was pretty much it. I mean, step offs, there was some slight step off issues as well, but it was more so 8 to 5. Okay? Now, one thing I would say about this is that it was a phenomenal fish, and I appreciate that, man. And one thing I like about it, they kept it consistent. They kept it very consistent. So, yes, they do deserve the dub, ladies and gentlemen. That's 6 dubs in a row, so here it is. Payout. 6 dubs in a row, ladies and gentlemen. That is a phenomenal record for Grambling State University. A lot of people talk bad about this band, but they do not want to acknowledge how good this band really is. This band is a sleeper pick for some people, but Grambling band can really put on a show. And it's not because I wasn't on that. No, I can tell that there has been growth in this band. Prior to me looking at this band last year, this band has grown tremendously, have a bigger size this year, and they brought that intensity this year. So, I would encourage y'all to look at these battles that they have with Grambling State because they put on a show, okay? All right, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is their official record for the season. This is their official record for the season. So that is a good record for Grambling. That's a very good record. Not that many bands can say that they didn't have a record like that. Okay? Especially if it's documented. Some bands don't even get what's the word? They don't even have the media team to even get that. So that says a lot about Grambling. Grambling media team was on it this year. They was. Okay? So one thing I would say before, this is my final thoughts on Grambling season. Grambling this season, like I was saying earlier, Grambling season was like a movie almost for me. Okay, they had a movie run. Grambling did. They traveled from a lot of places and they stayed consistent. One thing I gotta give Grambling as far as accolades is that they rarely recycle the show. They rarely recycle the show. Rarely. As you can tell, that there was like 3 or 4 different field shows. Out of all the field shows I rated, there was about 4 different field shows that I rated that was different. 4. So that alone puts them in a higher ranking in the swag tier list. So we looking out for that swag tier list because we almost wrapping up this rating scale for all these bands. I got Alabama A&M next, but after that we just got a couple more bands here and there, and that's it. That's it. Like we almost done, But back to Grambling, man. Like Grambling really did it this year. I can say that this band has grown and have gotten very strong on the field and in the stands. Okay? Now, I can say strongly that Grambling has something to be worried about. Grambling's going to be a band to worry about in the next year or so. There was a band to worry about now, but they're really going to be a band to worry about either the next year or the year after. They're going to be very dangerous to go against. And they will shit you down. Because, like, what I was saying, for that pin to get up there, a lot of things took place. They took a lot of criticism last year. And for them to approve completely, I have no complaints from them, man. I have no complaints from them, man. They really, really stepped up their A game. They really have. And it shows. Okay? So, with that being said, man, make me a proud alumni. I'm going to get up out of here, man. I want to give a special shout out to my channel member. Thank you so much for being part of this family. Hope you enjoyed the content as much as I did. I'm going to get up out of here, man. Like I tell you always, deuces.